Dairy farming in Maine is hard work, day in and day out. Maine's dairy farmers do it because they love it and because they were born into it.
We are here at Highland Farms since 1886. It was established. It's been in the family, the same family all that time, so the fourth, fifth, and sixth generations are farming here now.
Very proud. I don't know what else I would have done. I'm happy to be working here alongside my family instead of being miles away across country. I mean, I've got both grandmothers and everything here, so I couldn't ask for anything better.
But dairy farming to me is as honorable as anything out there, because you work, that's all I do is work for the cows, for the people, for the kids, to make milk for somebody to drink. And I just eat it and live it.
The dairy cows are our life, really.
Today, our dairy farmers need all the support they can get, and where your milk comes from makes a difference. Maine's dairy farmers, our communities, and the entire state benefit the most when milk is farmed in Maine, bottled in Maine, and sold in Maine. That's because for every gallon of milk that is farmed, bottled, and sold in Maine, an additional 13 cents is paid into the Maine Milk Pool, established by the Maine Milk Commission to benefit every Maine dairy farmer and help create a sustainable dairy industry.
The processors within the state of Maine pay into that milk pool, and that then gets distributed to all of us farmers. It's a monthly revenue that comes in that's separate from the other revenue that is generated from producing milk. And if that Maine milk pool is something that's helping me, to sustain my cost, to make my milk in the state of Maine, then that's one area that I need to have sustained.
Unfortunately, the milk pool that so many dairy farmers depend on is under threat. Texas-based Dean Foods has closed their Bangor bottling plant and moved their milk bottling out of state. Their decision to close the Gorelick and Grants bottling plant will decrease the money paid into the Maine milk pool by as much as $600,000, while adding as much as $600,000 to Dean Foods' own bottom line.
So when we lose revenue within that fund, all the farmers lose within the state of Maine. How many dollars of revenue will my farm lose as a result of this processor leaving the state of Maine? To a farm our size, we're talking a loss in revenue of $10,000.
And with the Dean Foods going out and us getting less, it's going to put a squeeze on things, and we can't squeeze a whole lot more.
Nothing's easy. I don't mind it being hard. But you just can't give up. You've got to keep at it, and you've got to figure it out. You get to the bottom of it, come up swinging. We just may not have as good a bat to swing with if you don't get money enough to do it,
Maine's dairy farmers and our rural communities are already struggling to make ends meet. If farmers lose that $600,000, it's going to make things even harder, and some may be forced to go out of business. But there is a way we can all help put that $600,000 back in the hands of the farmers who need it.
If you really want to help us as a dairy farming industry, when you're in the stores looking for a product, a dairy product to buy, make sure you know that it was made in Maine, that it was bottled in Maine, so that you're helping us, when you're buying the very product, to take home and feed your family.
Look for the Maine seal on the package. Buy Maine milk and help support Maine's dairy farmers and all the people and communities who depend on them.